and welcome to FYI Friday. Are you a creative arts leader but don't quite know how to structure your rehearsals? Well, this week's episode is full of helpful tips for how to plan your creative arts rehearsal. Tip number 1, always start with prayer. Pray at the beginning of each rehearsal. We want the Holy Spirit to guide our time together, and we need to focus on functioning as a ministry team. Prayer will start you out on the right foot. Tip number 2, dedicate a good amount of time to warming up. I suggest at least 8 to 10 minutes for an hour's worth of rehearsal. Whether it's dance, drama, timbrels, or choreodrama, it's important to warm up the body to avoid injury and promote healthy and free artistry. Create your own warm-up using good techniques, or adopt a good warm-up routine you've learned somewhere else. Regardless of what routine you use, it's important to teach to the whole group and to keep it consistent. I recommend doing the same warm-up at the beginning of each rehearsal so that your group can get to know it well. This will come in handy if you ever have to miss a rehearsal, because if everyone in the group knows the warm-up, anyone can get up and lead it. Tip number 3, carve out time to teach and reinforce good technique. I suggest about 5 to 10 minutes for this portion of the rehearsal. It's important that we are teaching good technique, as this will help performers refine their process. Correct technique helps protect our bodies from injury and promotes maximum connection and artistry. There are always fun ways to teach technique through games and exercises. If you need help, there are several books and videos available online. I'll post a link in the box below for my favorite drama games book. Number 4, routine time. The majority of my rehearsals are usually dedicated to teaching the performance material. Before the rehearsal, I suggest that you break down the performance piece you'd like to work on into sections. If you have a beginner group, the sections should be covered more slowly. For example, if you're working on a dance or a timbrel drill, only teach the chorus at the first rehearsal of the piece. The next week, you'll reinforce what was learned the last week and then teach the first verse. The next week, reinforce the first verse in the chorus and then teach the second verse, and then so on and so forth. If you're working on a script, you should have a read-through of the piece during the first rehearsal and then start the blocking process. The next week, you should refresh the blocking from the last week and then finish blocking the piece. The third week, you should run through the entire piece several times. The fourth week, you should try to be off book, and so on and so forth. It's important to remember that if you have a beginning group, you've got to keep the pace slow until they're able to work at a faster pace. Number 5, schedule short water breaks throughout the rehearsal. I recommend having at least one 3-minute water break. Number 6, have a short time for good, constructive feedback toward the end of your rehearsal. During this time, you can encourage your group by recognizing something that they did that was good or great. If you're going to talk about something that wasn't successful and provide instruction on how to improve it, and as leaders that's our responsibility, just remember to bookend it with a compliment. So this is how it should look. Compliment what they need to work on, compliment. And number 7, have time at the very end for prayer requests and prayer. Encourage everyone to pray about the group's prayer requests during the week. You are a ministry team, and praying for one another is a big part of how you can serve each other well. As a free resource for you, I have rehearsal templates available for timbrels, drama, dance, and choreodrama if you'd like to use them. They're based on a schedule of 1 presentation in church per month, and it's broken down into 4 60-minute rehearsals with each mapped out minute by minute. All you have to do is email me for those, and I can give them to you in digital form. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for future videos, please comment in the boxes below or email me at priscilla_knapp@uss.salvationarmy.org. Happy Friday!